Hello, my name is Rain and welcome to my channel where I discuss Fantasy Formula 1. Qualifying for the Dutch Grand Prix has just concluded, and everything went awful. We don't have to talk about that. We're just going to talk about a final fix opportunity that me and my chat, I'm going to say I cooked it up. So Twitch chat is here live because I'm recording this live. Essentially, what has happened here is Hadjar has taken P4, and it's not looking like it's going to rain tomorrow. Maybe at the start of the Grand Prix, but then it's going to dry up. So I do think it will be a fairly straightforward Grand Prix. And on top of that, the Sandvort is a pretty hard track to overtake on. I'm expecting Hadjar to do pretty well, and we've seen what the likes of Bortoleto can do, getting a P6 in the race. And I do think that a 25-pointer is definitely on the cards for Isaac Hadjar. So my plan, it's at least what I'm considering, is to final fix Hadjar in for Gabriel Bortoleto, right? So Hadjar costs 5.1 million, meaning you only need 0.6 in the bank. There's no budget, worries here with, Isaac Hadjar, because after you final fix, your team reverts back to what it was prior to the final fix. So I still get the budget gain from Bortoleto. Bortoleto starting what, P12, P13, something like that? I can't remember exactly where he went out in Q2 at least. So I'm not expecting Bortoleto to score that many points. Maybe like a 5-pointer at most, right? And Isaac Hadjar, even if he drops a position in the race down to P5, he's very much in that driver of the day category because Max Verstappen is not popular with the general audience, even though it's his home race. I do think Verstappen is the biggest rival to Hadjar for driver of the day. None of the McLaren boys are popular. Piastri's not going to get it if he wins. Norris might get it if he wins and beats Piastri into turn 1, which I don't think he'll do. So I think Hadjar is favorite for driver of the day, and this is 100% a driver of the day punt. One argument against it is that final fix is quite powerful when you can use it in combination with the 2x. So you final fix out the driver you have in 2x, and then you get the 2x points on the asset you've brought in. But considering how dominant McLaren are this season, I'm always going to 2x a McLaren driver, and I don't really ever want to change that, I don't think. So for that reason, I don't really see why I should do that. And if we're, expecting Gabriel Bortoleto to get a 5-pointer or something, that's a 25-point potential at least for Isaac Hadjar if he stays P4, P5, which I definitely think he can do here in Sandvort. So I'm heavily considering the move. It's a 20-pointer. I do think he can help offset some of the negatives from Lance Stroll not setting a time, but that's not really what I'm looking at. I'm more looking at it in a vacuum of what can I do with the final fix? And so far this season, the amount of final fix opportunities have been next to none. So I just see this as a quite simple one where I don't really have to worry about the budget of Hadjar, and I do think, even if Hadjar doesn't get driver of the day, but he still finishes P4, P5, it's still a 10-point value gain to Gabriel Bortoleto. And additionally, if Bortoleto were to DNF, that's a massive gain, because literally everyone has Bortoleto right now. So, I do think right now I'm leaning towards it. I need to think about it a bit more. I'm not gonna, if I lock it in, I'll lock it in tomorrow before the race. And if I lock it in, I'll definitely post about it on my Twitter as well as in my Discord. So link to that will be in the description below. That's going to be it for this video. There's not too much about it. If you have someone else other than Bortoleto that you want to do this switch with, I think it's fine. I wouldn't do it with anyone who was in Q3 though. I wouldn't do it for Lawson or Sainz or Alonso for that matter. It's more those who kind of went out in Q2. I'm thinking Alex Albon. I'm thinking maybe Nico Hulkenberg, who's P16. Pierre Gasly. I don't know why you would have Pierre Gasly, but I wouldn't do it for Lance Stroll because Lance Stroll is P20. It's a great question by Tricky Cabrovia in the chat. I wouldn't do it for Lance Stroll because Lance Stroll is P20, so I still see some potential for him to get points if he can get some overtakes. Maybe there's some DNFs in front, he can gain some on the track. I guess you could do it if you want to, but Bortoleto is just in that middle land, so Bortoleto is the perfect asset to do this with, because I don't see him having any potential for points and really overtakes in the race. So Right now, my favorite for doing this is Bortoletto, just because of the price point as well, and how highly owned he is. And I mean, last roll P20. It feels bad to transfer out the person who's P20 just because there are a lot of positions gained opportunities. So that's just gonna be it for this short video. If you liked it, please leave a like below, subscribe to the channel, and come join me over on Twitch for the next watch along, and you might be featured up here for some live questions and live advice whenever the next final fix opportunity arises, if there is one in the future. So again, I'll let you know over on Twitch, over on Twitter and on Discord if I end up popping my final fix. But I am considering it right now. The move would be Bortoletto to Hadjar. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.